black girl nerves. Better shake your booties for black girl nerves.
OT, thanks so much for talking to me. This show is like there's never a shortage of intensity. I don't know how you guys keep that keep that level going for so many seasons going into 5 here. But so like, does Luke get a hug this season? You know, maybe a little therapy on the side. How's it going?
I think he needs it, to be honest. And you're absolutely right. These writers are relentless. They are not holding back. And I tell you one of the crazy things about this season, and I've done like 50 interviews today. I haven't told anyone this, which is that this season gets more and more intense as the season goes. Like if you watch the first couple of episodes and you're like, this is intense, wait till you get to the middle of the season. If you think the middle
Oh
of the season is
no.
intense, wait till you get to the end. Because this season will grip you and break you because it's a lot. Anyway, yes, Luke needs a hug. So if you could organize it, that'd be great.
Well, I was kind of thinking about Moira and Luke's and Luke's relationship, where it's kind of like they're kind of leaning on their emotional support for each other. Is that kind of how
Mm-hmm.
you view their characters? And what will we see? Will we see Luke have this really like blast moment? Because he's kind of keeping everything low key right now.
Right. I mean, yeah, I think you're right. Like Moira's chosen family. They are the parents. The present parents of Nicole had been for so long, and they both have such a care for June. She's kind of indispensable. And Samira Wiley, by the way, is just everything you hope she would be. Awesome. And then I can't remember the second question.
Oh, well, I'm just curious is he going to have like that explosive moment? Because I feel like he's holding it together really well for, finally getting to see his wife back, knowing everything. Like he's heard all the gritty details that nobody wants to know. And so I'm wondering if we're going to see that. Like, can you tease any kind of like explosive moment where he's like, I can't take it anymore. I just can't keep it together anymore.
I guarantee you this. No one will see Luke the same way at the end of the season that they saw him at the beginning of the season.
Oh, I like that tease. That's cool. So I want to ask about Elizabeth Moth here because you guys like have this amazing chemistry on the screen. And a lot of times she's just doing the facial expressions. It's not even like a whole bunch of conversation going on.
Right.
Because of how tense the moments are. What is that like? How do you guys kind of talk about some of the more intense scenes behind the camera? And also she directed some of the episodes last season.
That's
I was
right.
wondering how that was.
Yeah. This year she's been directing, and you're absolutely right. She does so much with her face, and we do have conversations. We have but the thing is, what's interesting is we have a lot of conversations around the scene. We're not like practicing the lines back and forth. Oh, how are you going to say it? Well, then I'll say it like that. It's not like that at all. We kind of like talk about what's going on, what is the emotional landscape of these characters, and then a lot of what we find it together on camera in real time.
Do you have a favorite scene so far, like going into because I know you guys have done this like 4 seasons. Do you have a favorite scene of Luke so far? Like your favorite moment?
I really like the scene from last season where Luke gets to apologize to June on the bed at the hotel room, and and June's like, "Why are you apologizing?" And what's weird is most of that scene for me is listening, actually, because June does a lot of the talking. But I just really, there was something about that scene I really loved.
I love you guys in the scene. I cannot wait for season 5 because you already got me on the edge of my seat with the intensity, and you have played this character so well, and it's been such a joy to
Oh, thank
watch you
you.
coming into season 5. And I just like my heart is hurt, and I just hope he gets a little love coming into season 5. I can't wait. I can't wait.
Yeah, it's gonna be a good one.
Thank you so much. I appreciate the
Thank
time.
you.
Hey Max, Bradley, how you guys doing?
Good. How are you?
So good. I see it's weird to see you guys smiling and everything because you got this like hidden mystery darkness to you when you're on the show. So this is cool. Um, and like as a nerd, I can't help but go to the comics on this one where I'm like, as far as Commander Lawrence and Nick, are they villains or are they heroes?
I think we don't know yet, and I think we really don't know. I don't think the writers know. I don't know where this is going. One thing we do know is that June has blown on the spark of their decency in a very dark situation and inspired them to move, I think, in in a hopeful direction, but it's under very difficult circumstances.
Yeah. Max, I'm curious for Nick. Do you think it's really love when it comes to June, or is he just like a challenge?
Oh no, I don't think it's no, I don't think it's that. I don't think it's that. I think he genuinely does love June in a pretty intense way. And to me, that's always been like the thing to cling on to with this character. You know, you asked about whether we're heroes or villains. I don't. Oh no, I don't think it's no, I don't think it's that. I don't think it's that. I think he genuinely does love June in a pretty intense way. And to me, that's always been like the thing to cling on to with this character. You know, you asked about whether we're heroes or villains. I don't know the answer to that. We actually don't know ever where things are going. But the one thing I do know is how he feels about this person.
Yeah, you guys do an amazing job because the intensity level increases every season. I don't know how you guys do it, how you keep it straight. It's so much going on with this. For Commander Lawrence Bradley, does he actually believe in what's going on in Gilead, or has he just been caught up in the game so long that he can't step away from it? Because I can never tell. You play this mystery so well with him.
I think he's horrified by what he helped create. I think he has a lot of contempt that that comes out, but that he has to contain even more now, because I think he sees taking a more active role as a possible sort of path towards redemption. But no, I think he's horrified by Gilead.
Mm. And speaking of Gilead now, there's like a certain terms you have to say, certain greetings. Do you guys ever go out? Are you ever caught at like a grocery store saying like "blessed day" or "under his eye" or something like? Does it ever slip out?
Yes, I have a lot of puns for "May the Lord open." I use that a lot.
What about you, Max? Does it ever slip out while you're around? You're like, oh, why did I just say that?
It doesn't slip out. And honestly, like sometimes people say stuff like that to me and I'll be like, oh yeah, that's our show. Like I don't always connect myself to, because I think that Nick sort of operates in such a kind of almost like a separate narrative sometimes. Do you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And so I feel like I'm almost in my own soap opera. And then I forget that it's connected to this larger piece because I'm a very self-involved person. I really just think about it. So no, I'll have people be like, "May the Lord," whatever. They'll say these quotes and stuff, and I'll be like, "Oh yeah, that's the show. That's the show I'm on."
Do you think? I'm curious. What do you think goes through? I guess Nick's head every time he gets to be in just a scene, which is June and his daughter. Is he more of like? Do you think he's ever gonna? Is he more just? I guess so tied to Gilead that maybe it doesn't matter too much that he's his father and he's not gonna be able to be with his daughter, or do you think he's like somewhere trying to work that out in the future?
That's a really good question. Because
I cry every time the scene happens. It pulls at my heart every time. I'm like, what is going to happen?
Yeah, he seems really emotional, right, when he's with Nicole. And it does seem to bring out something in him. And yet I don't know if he would have that kind of ambition. He's not somebody, I don't think, who like thinks like that. I don't think he has big ideas for himself. I think he's somebody who takes everything day by day and is trying to survive, and is also incredibly, embarrassingly repressed. There's like everything is like so buried with Nick that I think that he probably is surprised a little bit by these moments of sensitivity.
Well, thank you guys so much. It's such a mind adventure to watch you guys. Like, I'm excited to see season 5. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you for your time.
All right. Hi, Madeline. How you doing?
Hi. Nice to see you.
Nice to see you. I'm curious though. Do you think Janine has realized she has power, or is she still working on that?
Does she have what?
Does she have power? Has Janine realized how much power she has yet, or that she has power, or is she still kind of working on that?
I think she's working on it. I don't think that she knows fully. I think this season has brought a little bit of it to her in stepping into this kind of new role, this kind of June energy. I think has bolstered her a bit.
And speaking to kind of bolstered her, and I just love the way she kind of rounded out season 4 with Aunt Lydia here. I'm curious, does Aunt Lydia have this is she always gonna have this pull on her and June, or is you guys just kind of playing a game? Is there like really a pull on her, or are you guys just kind of playing a game with Aunt Lydia? Because Aunt Lydia is tough.
Yeah, I think that it was that way for a very long time. I think that Janine has reached a point this season where she's just, I don't think that Aunt Lydia really has that anymore. And it plays out really in a very fun way for me as an actor in the finale this year.
Oh, I can't wait to see that. Yeah, you guys play really cool. You and Ann on camera plays really cool, really well.
She's my favorite scene partner in the world. Oh my God.
I'm curious, were you excited like last season to get out the red a little bit? And how long does it take you guys to put on the Handmaid's uniforms?
I was very excited to get out of the red. I remember like doing my fitting and being able to like put on a pair of jeans, and like it was very exciting for me. We have such wonderful costumers who are always on hand if we want help, but I'm one of those annoying actors who's like, I must do it myself. Janine would do it herself, so I must do it myself. And it doesn't take very long, but it's just a lot of pieces. Like you've got the socks, and then you've got the dress, and then you've got a bunch of little hook and eyes, and then you've got to do your spats and your boots, and then you've got, especially if it's cold, you've got to do all your warming, and then your this, and then your caplet, and then your bonnet, and it's a lot of pieces.
It looks like it because there's always a montage when you guys put these uniforms on.
Yeah, because they're a powerful thing. I mean, they were designed in a very specific way when Anne Crabtree designed them. They were designed so that you don't really ever lift your arms. They were designed to kind of just assume this position.
Mm. Yeah, and it's such a eerie, weird feeling whenever you guys have to put back on. I know, especially like for the fans, put those uniforms back on. But what about? I'm curious, a little like behind the scenes on the Red Center when you guys that location that you're filming at. How was that step into that? Because I get super nervous. Like it's just like a paranoia that something bad is getting ready to happen whenever you guys enter that like scene for us as fans.
Oh, like in the like where all the beds are.
Yeah, it's so weird and eerie looking when you guys go in there.
I guess when we shoot in there, it does always look like it's always in a weird, like the lighting in there is so great. Yeah. I mean, I like those scenes in the Red Center because oftentimes we're lying down in bed.
I didn't even think about it like that. That's interesting. Yeah. I'm glad you put that on there because I get very nervous every time I see that scene. So that's going to change it up a little bit now.
Know that we're comfy. We're very comfy.
I'm curious. Going into season 5, what are you hoping people take away from like Janine? If you could throw a couple of like personality traits or descriptors going into like season 5 that you're hoping they pull away from Janine, because I feel like she has so many layers that we haven't even begun to get to yet.
Yeah, I think this season I'd like for them to. Few words: brave.
Mm-hmm.
How about brave. How do you describe that in a word?
What about, can you give an emoji? Does that help?
This one?
Oh, nice. I love it.
And then I think also Janine is very tired.
Yeah. Getting into season 5, I can imagine. Well, I hope she doesn't get too tired because we love the fight that she has, and I cannot wait to see her the rest of season 5. Yeah. Yeah, I like it. I think it's a lot of fights, so I can't wait. I appreciate your time. Thank you so much.
Of course, thank you.
Better shake your booties for black girl nerves. Better shake your booties for black girl nerves.